Good evening, my name is Tina, and this is my reflection on the five dynamics. I scored highest in the examine energy. I can see in some ways how I apply this at work and maybe personally at home. For example, at work, I tend to be a little bit more detailed oriented or descriptive than some of my associates or coworkers. For example, when it comes to notating a file or updating information in the system, I tend to be a little bit extra with the information I enter. And some of my associates or coworkers will say, "Hey, that's too much. You're doing too much," or "That's not necessary. You only have to put this." But ironically enough, sometimes I find that they come back either asking me for more information or they'll appreciate if I am more descriptive. I also scored high. Nearly as high in the excite energy. I was actually almost tied with excite and examine, but I can better understand personally why I scored high in excite. I feel that while I do like my alone time a lot, I am able to socialize and connect well with other people. I like to try to keep a positive and upbeat energy whenever possible. The dynamic that I scored lowest in, actually, there were two that I scored deliberate in, and that is the explore and execute. This tells me that I can be very hesitant, just to summarize that, or I personally overthink or overanalyze things a little bit more, and that sometimes may cause a little bit of procrastination. I also think that this ties in with my low score in explore, whereas I don't tend to develop the most creative solutions, especially in certain areas that may have a permanent or long-term effect. I really can overanalyze and sometimes say, "Hey, this is a great idea, but this or but that." But it's more so because I desire a positive outcome or don't want a negative outcome. I was a little bit surprised at the results. As I said, I was surprised that I scored high in the examine. I think that describes a more super organized personality more than it does me personally. But after kind of reading a little bit more about the description, I can see in other areas that I didn't really think about that I may apply this. But I was not again so as surprised that I scored high in excite. As I said, I feel like that I'm a people person, kind of humble and try to make people feel decent or good or just have a positive energy overall. Um, I would say personally for me, based on the results, I currently approach learning in my personal life a little bit more hesitantly and with caution. It would be beneficial for me to be more confident and just be more aggressive and just take more risk. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.